So I have to say this to y'all. Your problems are an indicator that you are living life. If you do not have problems, it means that you aren't living any life. A lot of people out here have decided to distract themselves with TikTok, social media, football, politics, and literally anything else they could possibly distract themselves from so they don't focus on and realize that they have problems. But life is literally designed to give you problems to wake you up so that you can activate a whole nother level of yourself and your life. Life is designed to give you problems. People don't recognize that life is designed to give you problems. Life is not made to make you satisfied or happy. It's made to give you problems so that you can overcome the problems and recognize the fun of overcoming the problems. A lot of people have just accepted that this is how it is. So when I'm in situations all the time. You in situations all the time. Rich people in situations all the time. Poor people in situations all the time. People in relationships got situations. People without a relationship, y'all got situations. Everybody has situations. The point is not the situation. The point is, what are you going to do about the situation? I have never been able to comprehend why a person would just allow bills to pile up, and not want to do anything different about it. I've never comprehended that in my life. I've never comprehended that. I have not been able to understand that. Why would you let a situation that you do not want to be there remain there? I don't get it. I do not understand it. You should want to change it. And when you want to change it, it makes you actually do something. It start making you think. It start making you create plans to actually change it. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to change it. Here's what I think the real answer is to that, though. Why? To the reason why. They feed you so much bad food. They give you so many distractions. They give you all these antidepressants and all of these drugs that sedate you to keep you docile and keep you wallowing at this low level of energy where you don't want to do anything. You can't even get up. You don't want to get out of the basement. You stay in the basement. You stay sunk in the couch. I had the same exact experience. I was on the game all day. I was smoking weed all day. Way more than what I should. Smoking weed, playing the game, and don't have nothing to my name. When I tell you, it's a design. I understand it, but the problem is this. What I was doing was avoiding my problems. Reason I was avoiding my problems too is because I didn't believe I could solve them. That was the big issue. I legitimately didn't believe I could solve my problems. So if I can't solve my problems and they piling up, why would I look at my problems? I'm going to reach for the phone and scroll. I'm going to reach for another tub of ice cream. I'm going to wait for Sunday to complain about the Bengals and complain about how the Chiefs keep winning and complain. That's what I'm going to do because I don't want to focus on my life. So I'm going to release all of my anger and aggression and all of this energy out on somebody else's life. I'm going to get involved in the scandals or Diddy scandals and start looking up info. What are you doing? What you're doing is you're distracting yourself. Look, life gives us problems on purpose. It's a benefit to have problems. I don't get it. Look, if you have a problem, especially if, let's say you got a money problem. If you have a money problem, the money problem is there to get you to think and activate another level of yourself so you can figure out how to create wealth for your family. You're the one to figure it out. If you got the biggest financial problem and it gives you the biggest pain, you're the one to solve it. Trust me. Because ain't nobody else in your family gonna solve it. If you got the biggest issue with being broke, you have the biggest solutions to being broke. Trust me. And you can do it because you're upset with the fact that you broke. If you're upset with the fact that you broke, it's a good thing. And all you have to do is decide that this is going to be different. I have no idea how it's going to be different, but I'm about to figure this out. I have no idea how I'm going to figure this out. But I'm going to figure this out. I'm not about to just let this happen and let this be like this. I'm not about to let this just keep being bad. If you don't want to say, and here's another thing. If you are in a situation where you live in paycheck to paycheck, if you're in a situation where you live in paycheck to paycheck, listen, everybody's living paycheck to paycheck damn near. And I'm talking people in these houses out here, a lot of them live paycheck to paycheck, trust me. I'm in their houses, I'm selling them solar, I'm selling them things, I'm talking about their finances. These people are living paycheck to paycheck. They are an accident away, most of them, an accident away from going totally broke. That's not even an exaggeration. A lot of these people who you see in nice houses or houses at all, they are a couple accidents away from going broke. This is not a new situation. Here's the problem. When you play sports, when I played sports, we had problems in sports, but that was the excitement of the game. I got a problem. It's a team across from me. They got a defensive end that's crazy. We got to create a game plan to overcome this defensive end that's going to give us hell and win the game. That was the fun of the game. But when I come into civilian life, meaning the life of the average everyday person, let me just be real, it's the average people. When I come into the world of average people, then what happened? People are sitting here complaining, bitching, whining, acting like everything is everybody else's fault except theirs. They looking to point the blame. I saw this video of a dude on a college campus talking to a kid. This kid is talking about, he's in college. He privileged to be in college. And he talking about, my family hasn't had any wealth. I've never seen wealth. I'm like, 80% of the millionaires, billionaires never had wealth either. They are first generation wealth. What you talk about? Everybody's like that. But the problem with today's age, what they done to you, and this is the issue with America. America is so abundant, has been so fortunate and abundant for so long that we forgot how to work. We forgot how to actually put our head down and blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice for what it is that we want. We learn how to accept problems as reality. Problems are not there. Yes, that is how it is right now. But the problems are not reality. The problems are there, yeah, but they are only there because there is nobody to create a solution. And if they're in your life, guess who's supposed to make a solution for them? You. Look, I'm making this video because I don't know anybody else who's making these videos, who's really going to tell you the truth. It's not many people telling you the truth out here. Most people, what you're doing is you're watching Kai Cenat go crazy on Mafiathon and make millions of dollars from everybody watching him. And he one of the best entertainers I know. Shout out to Kai Cenat. Shout out to Wallow for having his podcast. Shout out to the people who are actually creating. I mean, another thing I see. So many people are consuming and nobody's creating. What y'all doing? Y'all sitting with phones in the house. You know what a phone is? A phone is opportunity. That's what a phone is. The phone is opportunity for you to reach people and do anything that you can think of doing. But you got to think first. And we don't use our imagination well enough. The issue that we got is we think that life is supposed to make us feel good. Life is not supposed to make you feel good. Life is supposed to give you problems. And those problems are designed for you to solve. That's it. If you're lonely, if you have no romantic prospects, if you're by yourself all the time, if you're going out to dinner treating yourself only, if you got a group of friends who are also ultra single and they have nobody to care for them at night, and y'all going out and you are literally desperate, but nobody's saying it, nobody talking about it, you're talking about everybody else like they the problem. If that's you, listen, you're supposed to change the situation. I mean, you can continue to complain if you want to. It's not going to get you any closer to being in love than what you're doing is not going to get you any closer to what you want. You may say, oh, I don't want love. Okay, you don't want love. Cool. You want to be the super ultra single auntie traveling everywhere. Watch. You can be that. Go ahead and be that. You're going to find out soon enough. You've been avoiding problems is what you've been avoiding. Look, you could be rich, You could be free. You could go take trips everywhere. At the same time, you don't have to lie to yourself about wanting love. You can want love and be the auntie right now. It's a problem in front of you. That's cool. You don't have to, and if it's not a problem, that's a whole nother story. But if it's a problem, say it's a problem. Like, okay, I got something in front of me I'm about to handle, and I'm excited to handle it. I don't exactly know how, but I'm going to handle this problem. And guess what? I'm going to create something in my life that I like, that I want. You can say that. If you broke right now, bro, especially if you're a man. I'm saying this to men because a lot of men get shamed for not really being financially strapped, especially if you're younger. Look, if you broke right now, this is a good thing. Being broke is a good thing. It makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you focus. It gets you locked in. If you allow it to, and you look at the problem and you put your phone down and you start watching corn and you stop scrolling TikTok. Look, you can actually succeed. You can succeed, and you can do it in baby steps. Now you got to know who to listen to. You got to be teachable. You got to realize that it's mostly thoughts and energy and less than 1% of the technique, because you know all the techniques. You know a SaaS program, be a coach. You could do drop shipping. You can get vending machines. Where the money gonna come from? You got to actually get off the couch and go make some money first. How you gonna do that? Now, don't even add the fact that when you get a family, if you get a family, then you really probably, most likely, if you look like me, you probably ain't never seen no masculine examples of providers. So what you gonna do? It's a problem for you to solve. Solve the problem. Ain't nobody else gonna solve it. Everybody else acting like it ain't no problems. Everybody else distracting themselves. You got an opportunity if you got a problem. Look, problems get you activated. It makes you imaginative. I watch people with no problems and I don't want to be like them, because people with no problems, guess what? They so lazy. They so privileged. They have no creativity. They have no imagination. They have no drive. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to create anything. They have nothing. People who have no problems. And then what end up happening is the people with no problems, what they do, they end up on drugs. They end up strung out. They end up doing the worst, the unthinkable. That's what people who have no problems end up having. They end up having problems. But they have mental problems. Look, if it is an elite class, the elite class don't want us to be so down that we actually get backed up against the wall, because in the art of war, one of the things it tells you not to do is back an enemy up against the wall till they have no other option. You can surround them, give them a way out though. And this is the thing. That's what the elite class is doing. What they're doing is they're giving us a way out. That's what they're doing. They're giving us a way out. They surrounding us. They're keeping us wallowing at this level, but they're giving us a way out. They're giving you a way out through TikTok. They're giving you a way out through stimulus. They're trying to pacify your situation, make it less bad. They want to give you universal income. They want to raise the minimum wage to a higher minimum wage. Bro, if the minimum wage is low, you might get to work. If the minimum wage stays the same, if the situation stays the same and your back gets put against the wall, maybe you will actually make something shake. Maybe you'll do something. That's the whole point. We got to realize the advantage of having problems in situations. The problems in situations are for you. They are not against you. Realize that. Wake up.